One size does not fit all, except maybe in caps, adjustable size caps. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 113 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. What are we here for? We are here to grow and build and scale your business in ways that are right for you. So our topic today, and this is the first year we've done an annual challenge in this particular community. Been talking to this community for 9 years, maybe longer, but 9 years every day. So today we're talking about one size does not fit all. And of course, we're focusing on communication this month as part of the 9-part life framework that we cover every year as part of the regular annual challenge. The annual challenge about us as individuals being better leaders, better human beings, showing up and making the world a better place, which we want to do with our companies too, right? Thus, the reason for the annual challenge here in Supersize Your Business. Our school community is free. If you want to join us there, I would love to have you be with us. It is a place where the annual challenge actually lives. So if you're just seeing me for the first time, you can go there and you can actually go back to the beginning of the year and start at day one and absorb all the goodness that is an annual challenge and all the power that it has to help you transform your business and your life. All right. Well, one size does not fit all. What the heck are we talking about today? We're talking about communication styles as well as personality types and personality styles. I wasn't going to talk about this here. I was going to have a whole day dedicated to it, and I might still do that this month. We'll see how the rest of the month plays out. But for right now, we're looking at and thinking about people have favored ways of both receiving, mostly receiving, and then giving information. Think of the 5 love languages, kind of the same thing, but for us as human beings in all areas and aspects of our life. Although communication is often love. It means that we care enough about the other person to want to communicate with them. But people usually tend to be either visual, auditory, 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason, or kinesthetic, touch. I don't know, the experts, the scientists, whoever studied this stuff, divided it into those 3 categories. And if you pay attention, a little bit of attention, it doesn't take a whole lot. If you try and care about and are curious about the other people that you're communicating with, you'll know what type they are. If you watch any of my videos, you will see my eyes going all over the place. That is a clear indication that I'm a visual person. I prefer to have visual cues, which being legally blind can be a challenge these days. Although most of my visualization and my propensity to that then is in my own head. It's me remembering where I put something so I can access it so it can come out of my mouth at the appropriate time. Auditory people tend to focus on hearing and sounds and things. I think one of my granddaughters is extremely auditory. She's extremely sensitive to sounds and things. And she listens up and she's just the words she uses, and she's only 3, so she doesn't use a whole lot of words yet, but her vocabulary indicates to me that she might be more of an auditory communicator and learner. We'll see as she grows up. And then kinesthetic is, people that are more in tune with their feelings and how things make them feel. That's a really, really simple explanation. Chances are you've heard about this or read about this before, but if not and you have more questions, please just hit me up and ask, and we can have a little conversation where we talk about it more fully. And I guarantee that within 3 minutes of talking to you, I will know, if you don't already, what your primary mode of receiving communication. And guess what? How we like to receive communication tends to be how we like to give communication. So if we're a visual person, we will tend to not only receive that more effectively and clearly as messaging goes, but we'll tend to give that type of things out as well, or look for that in other people. And we'll tend to like people that have the same communication style as us. There's also ways of describing communication in terms of, are you a direct communicator? Are you a relationship, more touchy-feely communicator? Do you feel out the situation and find out about the other person, where they're at, how they're feeling before you communicate or deliver a message? I have found personally in my 5 decades of experience, we need to be adaptable and meet people where they are. We need to communicate with them in the way that works best for them, especially if we're in a leadership role. We can encourage everybody to understand themselves better by doing something like the Myers-Briggs or the DISC analysis. What is your predominant way of behaving and sensing and communicating, as well as in normal situations and then in stressful situations, because that's really important. I am personally a more direct communicator. I'm just going to tell it like it is, and you're going to hear it. And does that ruffle people's feathers sometimes? Yes. But that's the way I want people to be with me. I want people to give me direct feedback. I want them to give me the information. I care about other people's feelings, but a lot of times our feelings are so clouding what's really going on, we can't get through to solve the problem at hand. And especially in emergency situations, we need to solve the problem at hand. I think that's probably why I became such a direct communicator, although I suspect I always was. But in corporate America and things, if an emergency happened, like somebody cut their finger off, somebody's got to be direct and get it done, right? Somebody's got to stop the line and find the finger. So I was that person. All right. So today I want you to think about and notice, if you haven't ever really considered this or thought about it before, how do you like best to be communicated with? And are you noticing that that is the style you too communicate with or sense and gather information in? And then are you direct? Are you indirect? Are you analytical? Are you, I think there's really 4 types, I forget. Relationship, direct, analytical, and I can't even read my own writing. Those 3 let's go with. There's probably more. I think that one of the most important skills we can develop and the things that we can learn have to do with communication. Like I said, communication, confidence, these are core skills that every person that owns a business, wants to own a business, wants to start a business, has ever had a business, knows that they are core skills and things that we need to have. You also need other skills, right? Like resilience and consistency and a whole bunch of them. But there's core skills that we absolutely positively need to develop in order to create the businesses that we want. Communication and all the topics we're talking about this month are just touching the surface of this. Being able to speak in public, being able to communicate, being able to show up confidently, being able to pick and choose when and how and what to communicate. So powerful in terms of the results that you're going to see in your, not only in your businesses, but in your life as well, right? We tend to be the same in our personal lives as we are in our businesses. At least that's I am. So maybe some people aren't. I think I was probably in corporate America much more buttoned up and professional, and I would filter that through other things than I do now. And then I've had to for the last 20 years or so, because I've been out on my own for 20 years now, out of corporate America, and it has allowed me to just be myself. And some people love that. Some people hate that. And I'm okay with that because I'm not for everyone. That's our topic for today. Share in the comments below if you know what your style is. I'm an ENFP, have been for my whole life. My father actually brought Myers-Briggs home and shared it with the family when we were little girls, or maybe I was like a sophomore in high school. I don't remember now, but he brought it home because he worked at 3M his whole life. And so he's like, wow, this is powerful. I want to make sure my kids and my wife know about this. He was really good about sharing the stuff he learned at work with us, which I'm sure contributed to my personal love of learning and continuous improvement and growth. But share in the comments below if you've got a communication story about a person's style or directness or indirectness or analytical or relationship focused communication style that is either different from yours that you learned from, or that is similar to yours that you've learned from. Why? Because if we share the lessons that we've learned and the stories that we've had and the experiences we've had with other people, it reinforces the learning for us, but it also helps a whole lot of other people. And we all need to help one another out, right? We're all in this life together. We're all in business together. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, if you want to go deeper on this, just reach out and ask. If you want a community of like-minded people that are building our businesses together, join me on the school platform. I've got a free group on there called Supersize Your Business. Imagine that. And you're welcome to join us there. It is a great platform, and I love it there. I'm moving everything I do there because I can do it all in one place. I don't have to be Frankensteining and piecing things together. And there's none of the noise of traditional and regular social media. So if you're not loving building on social media or trying to create your personal brand and get your business out there on social media, I invite you to join me on school, and we'll find ways. It's an incredible platform. Over half my people in my community come from the school network itself, which is people that are looking to make and improve their lives, which is the type of people I want in my businesses. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.